Morning everyone and welcome to the channel. Today is going to be very interesting. We are on our way to test ride the Ducati Desert X, a bike that's been awaited for a very long time, especially in India. The Desert X boasts of its, as Ducati would like to call it, Dakarian heritage, and there's a lot of history that has gone behind the making of this motorcycle. And I think in Ducati's lineup it will replace the Multi Enduro as the hardcore off-road focused adventure bike that they have. Note, it's still a big bike, 230 kilograms ready to ride, but it comes with 21-inch on the front and Pirelli STRs on it, so fairly on-road, off-road focused tires. Maybe you would call them 50-50, maybe 60-40, and we're just going to find out how it rides. It has, I think, I don't have the correct nomenclature in mind for it, but it has a 900 odd cc twin cylinder engine. I'll be writing the details in the text below, and let's see how it goes. Fairly excited to be able to ride it, and it had launched very recently.
So, sir, actually in these modes now, there's don't get confused with all this. All this is for pure performance. Take your track timing to attach experiences like your IMS sensor tells you your lead angle and everything ultimately with the Ducati Connect app. So these kind of things just ignore, focus on your main speed and everything.
Okay.
Even the info mode changes in your riding mode. So you're in a sports mode, you have a higher
RPM meter.
Over here you have how much fuel you have, your area settings, total range and everything. Because now the bike thinks you're in a rally right now.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Just enjoy.
Alright. I'm just gonna take it a little bit outside because I'll bump my head over here.
You can see the CG of the bike also.
Yeah.
It's the best way to understand a motorcycle.
Yeah.
Even when I received the bike, the first thing I did was just move it front and saw how nimble it was.
Yeah.
What boots are you wearing, sir?
I'm wearing Garni, yeah.
Even this thing has got two settings.
Huh.
This thing when you pull, this is for adventure, this is for touring.
Okay, great. Nice.
You can follow me. The way to start the bike is this is the kill switch. You put it down, it's off.
Okay.
Put this up and you get the power.
Okay, it exposes the ignition. Cool.
And in one button you can turn the ABS off whenever required, even if you have a different mode. For now it's off only.
Okay.
You don't need to bother about that.
Okay.
So he'll guide you now.
Okay. Yeah, after you. It runs away from you. Some dips, some ruts. Oh God. It is heavy, and the brakes and the controls are feather light. Definitely exciting. And whoa. The Ducati Desert X, a super tempting motorcycle. And here are some of my thoughts. I mean, it's almost the perfect size for somebody my size. I would put some handlebar risers to make it a little bit more off-road friendly, and for the road bit you can pull the handlebars back a little bit. On the bike, on the stock bike, there is a setting that's there that's mentioned road and off-road, so it twists the handlebar a little bit forward versus closer to you, so road base is a little bit closer to you. And does the bike manage its weight really well? It does. Fantastic. It does not feel like a 230 kilo 900 odd cc motorcycle. It's fantastic in that sense. It carries its weight very well. It's a nimble, agile motorcycle. That allows you to ride it very freely. And I mean, I just took a very short spin, as you saw, and did it impress. I mean, super nimble. And I was able to let the rear drift a little bit as well in the middle, and the bike gives you that confidence to do that because the rear is so light. I mean, apart from, I think, the exhaust, the rear just has nothing, and that's fantastic. With the accessory additional fuel tank, I think those dynamics might change a little bit, but the stock bike comes with a 20-liter fuel tank, and I don't know why anybody would want to put that additional 8-odd liter accessory fuel tank there, because this bike, I mean, it can tour for sure. It does have a windshield, and the riding ergonomics are good, and I'm sure it is going to be a good road bike as well. But I think they have, that is Ducati. Ducati has many better offerings that can do touring in a much better manner. This bike is really for the people who can afford to buy a really expensive big bike that can also do off-roading really well. If your focus is touring, you're gonna put long days in the saddle, I think the Multistrada will provide a lot more creature comfort, like heated grips, heated seats, more wind protection, and a more road focused approach thanks to the wheel setup on those bikes. But this bike definitely hit the nail on the head with the design and how it handles itself on broken roads, gravel, off-roads. I did a little bit of those obstacles as well, and the bike made it feel effortless. I mean, and the engine, oh god, the engine is just so smooth. It was able to deliver the right amount of power that I wanted on the rear wheel, and when I wanted it to spin out a little bit, it delivered that power and not too much more. Very linear engine. I liked it. I mean, I wish I could afford it. But definitely a bike, if you have 25 lakhs to spend, and you do like going off the beaten track a bit more than most, then that is the bike for you. In terms of rider height, I think taller riders will find it very approachable, very friendly, because the bike is a big bike. It is a tall stance motorcycle. If you are taller than 6'4", you will not be hard pressed for room, but I think handlebar risers will be something that one should look at. On the shorter spectrum, I think the bike is fairly accommodative in that space as well. With the stock setup, I think there were a couple of people who were about 5'5", 5'6", riding the bike. To their benefit, I mean, they own multi-stradas, that is a multi-strada enduro, and the other person owned, I'm not sure, I think it was a 950. They were able to do a good job with the bike. They enjoyed the motorcycle, and they are about 5'5", 5'8". I think that would be the comfort range of heights for this motorcycle. If you're below 5'5", you'll probably need to build up some skills to kind of carry the bike in that sense, because it is tall. So you would need a little bit of skill. And with that, I think I'm sure there are many smarter, better qualified people out there to give you more in-depth information about how the bike runs and the suspension and all of that. But for me, it was a very good suspension, very soft. Well, I wouldn't say very soft in a negative manner. It felt good, it felt comfortable, even on the off-road bits. I think for more hardcore off-roading, enduro type riding, you would want to firm up that suspension, and I think you can do that. It has preload, adjustability, and whatever else. I mean, you can always look up those details on a Ducati site. I'm sure they'll give you a full list of what's on the bike and all. I think the front is electronically adjusted. There was